today's world, it's more about what we are against than what we are for. You watch TikTok and videos and social media, we vilify somebody else to make our place feel good, right? It's what we are against, not what we are for. But we're a little different here at Wealth Wisdom Financial. We want to be for things. We don't want to be just against and say, yeah, he's the enemy, that's the enemy, or whatever. And this is something that really has driven us. Stay tuned as I talk about two people that have impacted our life and yours.
In a world where chaos seems to reign supreme, where uncertainty lurks around every corner, and financial markets are now more unpredictable than ever, there's one place you can turn to find clarity and control. Welcome to the Wealth Wisdom Financial Podcast.
Hey, I'm Brandon.
And I'm Amanda.
Join us as we dive deep in the world of personal and business finance
to assist you in navigating through the chaos and building the financial future you deserve.
We believe when conventional financial thinking doesn't get you where you want to go,
you need wealth wisdom.
So if you're ready to take control of your financial destiny,
tune in to the Wealth Wisdom Financial Podcast.
Because in a chaotic world, your money shouldn't be.
Subscribe now and never miss an episode.
Awesome. Thanks for listening to our new intro. It's pretty awesome, I think. One of the things that I've been hugely impacted by, one is, of course, by our faith, our background. And I'm going to get into like an analogy or a story of that. And this concept, the bank in yourself concept. Now, this book changed my life forever, right? It made a huge impact on me. There is a bigger book that impacted me, and I'm going to go into it a little bit and just kind of do a parallel. So I'm going to talk about, again, you might know this. It's the Bible of all things. So I want to share, and I am no theologian, no history person, but I was thinking about this in what I'm doing now. Now, again, two books that have impacted me, well, three technically, but I really want to focus on Banking Yourself, the Banking Yourself Revolution, and Becoming Your Own Banker by R. Nelson Nash. These two books, if you don't know them, you should read them. They have impacted us greatly, and it's what we build our business on. Now, I am a Bank on Yourself professional. We became Bank on Yourself professionals because the system helped us to not only sell our business, we were able to use our policies, our savings vehicles to not just close the business when we were transitioning, but sell it. We were able to leverage our policies to buy a house, using it for a down payment for an office condo, all kinds of things that we did. But there's a lot of things that people get confused about the system, and they say, well, you're like this, or she's like that, or blah, 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 right? So I love that I'm a Bank on Yourself professional. I love that there are checks and balances that we do as Bank on Yourself professionals. But there's this bigger thing, thing in there, and it's infinite banking. Now, I want you to go with me back in time. So I'm going to talk about R. Nelson Nash, the founder of Becoming Your Own Banker. And he is a Christian too. Like, he is really, really amazing. Talks a lot about his faith there. So I kind of think about this whole concept, becoming your own banker and banking yourself, as this idea of denominations. So I was raised Southern Baptist. Southern Baptist, when I was a kid, I thought that's all you were. Everybody's a Southern Baptist. That's just the way it is, right? Then I learned that there's all kinds of other variations of this thing called Protestant faith, right? And in that regard, like, again, I'm just kind of using our faith background as how I kind of think through Banking Yourself and Infinite Banking. So the way I kind of think about it is back in the day, long time ago, there was this guy called Martin Luther, not Martin Luther King Jr. He was actually changed his name because of Martin Luther. But Martin Luther wanted to reform or change the Catholic Church. He wanted to do some stuff within that. And so he posted something, it was before Facebook, but he posted something on the church wall. And because of that, the Protestant groups started, right? And then through that, there was all kinds of denominations, all kinds of different backgrounds within that group, right? So what does that have to do with banking yourself and infinite banking? Well, I kind of see that as banking yourself is a way of almost like Martin Luther, right? R. Nelson Nash came on the scene. He wanted to make some changes. He was like, wow, I found something. This is really amazing. And he opened the door to this infinite banking concept, right? Open the door. And there's a lot of people out there that do infinite banking, right? Maybe they say they're infinite banking practitioners, and they have different things, but they actually haven't gone to the source. They didn't learn from him, right? So that is something as I think through my lens of banking yourself and infinite banking, kind of see banking yourself as a way that she said, okay, there's certain things that we have in place, but they're not codified. They're not checked. There's no checks and balances, and so that's how I became a advisor or a professional. That's how I became a professional in this, was through this concept, and it changed my life. Now, what I love about banking yourself is that I'm able to go through and do my policies for our clients, and someone checks me. They double check me, right? And that's really helpful to be able to say, are we continuing to do, not even just now as I learned the system back in the day, but am I continuing to work in the best interest of the client? That should be everybody. However, not everybody's like that. And to be able to make sure that I'm keeping aligned with what we're doing as we build these policies structured the right way, right? Because there's a lot of people who are saying they're doing it, but they're doing it not right, right? And so banking yourself helps me in that, and that's why I stuck with banking yourself. Now, again, what happened, I think, is Pamela, the founder of Banking Yourself, saw a opportunity and a challenge where there was people who were saying they were doing this thing, and they weren't actually true to Nelson Nash's vision, and they were doing different things, and that led to her writing this book and creating her organization and those checks and balances. So that's why I love this, and why I think everyone should read this book. Now, again, there's some things where people will say, well, she's all about you can get rich by just using the policy to buy cars. Now, you want to have a right professional that understands the cash flow system, how it works. I think both people aren't just saying use a life insurance policy and you'll be rich. No, that's not the case. It's use this vehicle to be smart and build your system. And that's why we are professionals in this, and why we talk to our clients regularly. Now, becoming your own banker is kind of like going into not deeper, but higher upstream, learning about the economics, Austrian economics specifically, and all of that. And so this is why I became a IBC practitioner, Infinite Banking, or IBI, Nelson Nash Institute. Why I became a practitioner in this was to say, okay, I know what they say about banking yourself. I am one. And there's all kinds of people who like to throw shade on Pamela or Nelson, right? And so for me, I was like, well, I want to know from both of them, both of the organizations. I want to be able to say, yeah, okay, I understand that. And I have had the knowledge and experience and the certifications or whatever you want to call it for both programs, right? And so that's why I became a infinite banking practitioner. Now, again, there's people who will go on either side and say, well, this one's better. This one's better. This one is, all of this. This is the way the world works nowadays. Again, going back to, I want to be for my clients, right? I want to be for helping build the right foundations, right? I don't care what you call it, but I do know that this infinite banking yourself system, both of them help. There's variations, there's little nuances, kind of again going back to the denominational thing. It's like that baptism with full immersion, or do you go all the way in the water, or all kinds of weird things that people divide over. What I want to be is about unity and about building up, right? We do, as you build your marketing organizations, it's about what you're against, but I want to be for our clients. I want to make sure that our clients are, as they build policies, right, and they use the system, that they are solid systems that they're going to be able to depend on when they're 95, when they have passed away and their kids are getting whatever is left there, that we have built something that lasts, right? And I think that's really what's important. So do I like this book? I think everyone should read it. It is more high level. And I do think Nelson Nash is kind of like the Martin Luther of the IBC world. And then there's other people, maybe, and again, I can't speak for all the other organizations that are out there that have their little certificates or whatever. I can speak on this one. I have gotten that, and Pamela Yellen's Banking Yourself Revolution. Now, both of them are great. I think everyone should read them and learn from that, but also know for yourself, right? Go to the sources, use them, and then you be the master of your ship. I, as a financial professional and skilled in these pieces, I know how they work. And I know how to leverage them efficiently and in a right way. But don't just think, oh, yeah, if I do a policy, I'll get rich, right? Or whatever. It's mainly around what happens here. The tools, whether it's a properly designed life insurance, IBC, Banking Yourself. Usually we're using the same companies anyway, right? It's more about what's happening here than what's happening out there, right? And so that's what I want to leave you guys with is, yes, this is a great book, amazing. I think it's a really, really powerful book that everyone should read. And, there are breakdowns of what does it mean for college? What does it mean for a senior? What does it mean for various people in various stages, right? Because again, the answers may be different even on where you're at, right? I might say, hey, you should take a policy loan or not. I don't know where we're at. So, but reading this book and figuring out where it is that you want to focus is really, really important. Again, get this book. You can find it in our links there. Again, one of the things that I like is Fire Your Banker, The Smart Way to Pay for College, and all of that for business owners, professionals. That is, again, why I love this, is it breaks it down for those various people. And then the Becoming Your Own Banker is going deeper into Austrian economics and looking at the why and bigger pictures of how this concept could work, right? He isn't as graphs. It's a little older on the policies, so you want to make sure that you work with somebody who understands what's happening in this year, right? We're in 2024 right now. So we want to know how it's working right now as opposed to even 3 years ago. So that's all I got to say on that. I love both of them. And I think that they have both done some amazing work. And in the end, what we want to do, both parties, is help people have a more stable financial future. We need to do that as a world and a culture. I'm going to be doing this for a long, long, long time, helping people think smart about their finances and build a good foundation. These are foundational assets that you can use. So if you want to learn more, go in our links below. You can see the books or get the books there. I'm sure I'll have links there. And if you want to do a financial analysis, right, I'd love to help you in that. So again, that's why I became a Banking Yourself professional and an IBC practitioner. Both of them have helped me to better serve you. The topics presented in this podcast are for general information only and not for the purpose of providing legal, accounting, or investment advice. On such matters, please consult a professional who knows your specific situation. Also, try and find somebody who actually has learned the concepts, is in those, not just somebody who said, I Googled it. Right? We don't need Googlers to help us in that. That doesn't help in our plumbing problems, let alone our financial ones.